Poverty is a sign of ungodliness. To be poor means there is sin in your life.
That is why a preacher can stand in the pulpit and tell people that you cannot trust the holiness of a poor man.
Never trust the holiness of a poor man.
He doesn't know God.
Listen, you can't carry girlfriend. The resources are not there.
The reason he can say such things and people in church will stand up and be shouting and say, wow, is because 90% of the people in the Christian faith don't know God.
You can't go to Dubai and buy a house and keep a woman. You don't have the money.
I'm not missing what he doesn't know God.
Anybody that has money and serve God is truly holy.
He thinks that the proof of his work with God is a material blessing.
Poverty is a sign of ungodliness. To be poor means there is sin in your life.
So if he has a car, if he has money, if he dresses well and eats good food, he uses that as a sign of a wonderful relationship with God. Meanwhile, in the realm of the spirit, he is not considered anything of value. He cannot be used to advance the purposes of God in the earth.
There are some of you, your holiness is poverty imposed. There's nothing you can do. It's poverty imposed. So you just keep quiet. You just oh Lord, I love you. Everybody hear me. People don't know scriptures. For 30 pieces of silver, Judas sold Jesus. So money problem led Christ to the cross. Poverty in the life of one of his disciples is the reason why they nailed him.
He doesn't know God. And I'm not missing what he doesn't know God. Because if he has heard God, he knows that very statement that he made is anti the Bible. He doesn't know God. And the person who is saying these things, so by the time you check his own life, there was a time he was poor. There was a time he was poor. But the reason he can say such things and people in church will stand up and be shouting and say, wow, is because 90% of the people in the Christian faith don't know God. They talk about him, they sing his songs, but they don't know God. So you hear things like, how can a loving God send a sinner to hell? You don't know God. If you know him, you will know that his love and his justice are not at variance. His love and his justice are one and the same. It is because of his justice that he is loving, and it's because of his love that is justice. We don't know God. So we don't know the commandments of God. We don't know the things that God is crazy about. We don't know what it is that God wants to do with a man's life.